So I've been playing Bard for a couple of weeks now, and it's one of the classes that I never thought I would be interested in because I read things about how straightforward it is and how it just didn't look fun. And then after leveling it, I've learned some things. So let's talk about it because, I don't like holding y'all up. So let's get into the conversation real quick. What's up, good people? It's your Final Fantasy homie Jay, and the very first thing that Bard has taught me is that each job has a very unique playstyle. Like, I play Monk, I play Ninja, I play Samurai, I've played White Mage on my old character, I've played Astrologian all the way up to AD, but Bard, for some reason, has been the first class that made me realize that every class has something very unique about it. Because when I see Bards and I see them doing their thing, I'm like, oh, that looks pretty boring. But then once I start playing the class, like your dot management is super important. They strive on getting reset procs, and that's super important. So the more dots they add on to things, the more resets you can get, the more damage you can get. And it's kind of cool because I never knew that Bard was a dot-based class that focuses on using dots to utilize their team buffs and utilize their procs to do more damage. And that blew my mind. Like, I have enjoyed Bard 10 times more than I thought I would. And it goes to show that, like, don't sleep on a class or a job until you give it a shot, because you never know what you might actually really enjoy playing after 6-7 years. The second thing I realized is that each job benefits the party in its own way. And I know, yes, I did realize this stuff playing other classes, but I didn't realize until I played Bard on how each job does a very specific thing to help the class. Bard specializes in buffing stats and doing all the fun stuff. Haven't played Dancer, but I'm sure it's pretty similar. It's on my list to mess with. And just allowing and just playing in a selfless way that the Bard sacrifices its own DPS to allow the rest of the party to do the damage it needs to do. It's kind of like Samurai. There's this weird conversation about Samurai, how Samurai is a pretty selfish class. I've even said it myself, where they don't have any utility. They don't do anything to help teammates other than kill things fast, which in a sense is a utility in itself. It helps you get through the dungeon so much quicker. It kills the boss so much faster. And having a Samurai just knows that, okay, we can progress things a little bit quicker than normal, and that every job plays a role. And I want to pick out Samurai specifically because I know Samurai doesn't get the love it should get sometimes, because it doesn't do anything to help the team, but it kills things, which is its job, which helps the team. So every job has an important role that I'm learning can benefit the party in many different ways. Now, this third one is something that has kept me from playing Bard for a long time, and it's that just because other people don't like a certain job, or other people talk down about a job, doesn't mean the job isn't going to be fun for you. You may, I talk love about Monk all the time, and there's things that needs to be fixed with it. There's things that's not right with it, things that need to be adjusted. But at the end of the day, I truly love Monk with all its flaws. And I've had people that tell me that Monk is trash and Monk isn't fun and Monk needs all this and that, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, I enjoy the job that I love the most. And you should also do the same thing, because you are investing into this game. You are having fun with this game. And there's nothing worse than playing the class because it's considered top tier, or because people are telling you not to play it, that you avoid having the fun you should have. Play any job. Every job pretty much in this game has a viability pretty much on par. Final Fantasy has done a great job to kind of ignore the tier list. Yes, there's some optimal raid classes you can do, but at the heart of it, every job is very viable in its own way, and you need to play the job you enjoy the most. I never touched Bard for a very long time, and now I'm playing it, and I'm having so much fun with it that I'm kind of sad that I didn't play it before, because I know it's gone through some changes, some things have changed, and I wish I would know how it was before. I don't know if this version is better than the last version. All my Bard lovers out there, if you've been playing Bard for the last time, drop in the comments, if any of the changes to Bard you enjoy, or there's things you wish you see, or changes that you even wish to know, because as a new Bard player, I'm curious to know about that. Now, this last tip, and I want to put this in here because I know Bard is known for not having a steep learning curve, but every class has a learning curve to a degree, depending on what it is. You know how hard it is for me to focus on doing my damage with a Bard while trying to dodge things, while having to stare at my keybinds and at my my buttons, just looking for the proc. I'm just waiting for the proc. Where's the proc at? Where the proc at? Where the proc at? And I'm having to constantly look at my skills, which is not something I have to do a month because I pretty much understand the rotation, except that I've transitioned from PlayStation 4, not 5, I want the 5, to PC, and I've had to learn how to use the keyboard outside of a controller. Look, that's a whole new story. That's because I'm still learning, so I look at the keyboard anyway. But having to literally look at my own screen skills to make sure I don't miss as little. I'm gonna rephrase that, not as many. I'm gonna miss as little procs as possible because I'm gonna miss them. Sometimes they just sit there for a minute, and that's because usually I'm freaking out. But every class has a learning curve, and Bard has one that's pretty unique that I haven't played other classes, where I have to manage my dots on multiple mobs to be able to utilize my resets the best of possibility. And yes, anybody can do that, and yes, you can choose not to do it. But to get better at being a bard, you want to get better at applying your dots on as many things as possible while staring at your skills, making sure you hit the procs as soon as they activate. So every class has its learning skills. Some have more than others, but all of them have a learning curve. Do not sleep on any of these classes. As you can tell, I'm enjoying this bard journey. And if you ever want to come hang out with me and watch me on my bard journey, I stream on Twitch, and link is below. I stream every week. It's nothing but Final Fantasy content. Come and hang out with me there. And remember, happy questing. Hope y'all have a good week. I'll see y'all in the next video. I gotta go shoot more stuff with my arrows.